Anyways, I just fed my cichlids, so hopefully they'll be showing up, and they are. You can see how big they have grown. They have gotten crazy big. Oh, where's the other one? There he is. Look at that guy, that's amazing. There's also one right there. And see, they're just really cool. They're just growing a lot. So micro pellets do work. It definitely helps your fry grow like crazy and get the right diet. Anyway, so yeah, what's the updates? Well, since week 1, about how many fry? Like 4 or 5 fry is dead, because always when you get fry, many of them will die, because you know there is a reason that you know the cichlids do get so many fry. It's because many of them have genetic problems. Some may be inbred, some may have trouble with their fins, some may have trouble by eating. In my particular case, they had a big problem eating. They couldn't eat. Plus, I saw some who had a little bit of back problems, so they couldn't swim properly. This is going to use a lot of energy when they're swimming, so they'll basically get so thin when they don't get anything to eat. It's just not going to turn out. So genetic problems is always happening in a cichlid tank. You are very lucky if all of your fry survive. Anyways, the ones I have left are very healthy, growing like crazy colors. They're just amazing. They're active and beautiful. So don't think it's because they're unhealthy, because they are not. They are really healthy, because I can see them swimming everywhere, eating, getting fat, which is really nice to see. And they're fighting for the shells, they're fighting for the mountains around here, and they're fighting for the plains. So they are really healthy. Anyways, let's get to a little thing here I want to talk about, and that is basically making your fry grow, because you want your fry to grow a lot, and the ways of doing this is basically giving them protein. But it's dangerous giving protein to Mabuna cichlids and just African cichlids generally, because they will get Malawi bloat, which can't be cured, although there are some methods, but it can't be cured like 95% of the time. It's just a pain. You will lose fish constantly on that. But what you do have to do is actually have a little bit of protein in their diet, or they're not going to grow properly. And if fish don't grow properly, maybe their body is not growing very well, but they should be, and then they will have trouble eating the food that other fry may eat, because they got more nutrients, and it's just a pain, and especially, there's like, for example, you don't want them to grow too fast either, because then their skeleton will grow too fast, but the fish itself won't really grow, and that is just going to result in death immediately, or then they are going to die of Malawi bloat. Although this is why I want to say for cichlid fry, you want to actually, from 25% protein, you want to increase it to about 35 to 40%. It's not going to hurt your fish at all, because at this stage of their life, they're going to need these proteins to actually grow. And this is very important, this, because some people just feed them, some flake foods that are just veggies, which you can't use to anything in the long run. Of course, it will get a lot of fibers, which is also used to grow and stuff like that, but proteins are just much better. It works much better, and you just have got to do it, A way of doing it is brine shrimp or get micro pellets, because micro pellets has a little bit of protein pellets in it, but not too much though, I have noticed. And they love the protein pellets. They almost only eat the protein pellets and the veggie pellets. The white pellets, yeah, they don't really want to eat those. You can see actually some here in the leaf. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 white and greens. Actually there's more. 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's about 12 white and green pellets. I can't really see the difference on them a lot on this camera, but you can see there's only 4 red pellets. In this particular case, you can just see how many of the pellets there is. So, you know, maybe I did count a few out, but you can just see the difference. So, get micro pellets. It's a great diet for them. It also does so that they don't prevent. Well, it prevents nutrient loss on the fish, which is great, you know, because it uses microcoating on them, which is great, and stuff like that. And won't pollute the water as much as flake food will. It won't really pollute the water at all, but it's great, great food. Go get it. Your fry are going to love it. It is as small as sand particles, and they are going to be going crazy on that. You can just see they're fighting already. They're fighting on that mountain. Stop doing that. But the fry are doing great. The water parameters are tip top. I do water changes about 3 times weekly. I think it's bullshit that you need to do a 25% water change every day. That is simply not necessary. And you know, yeah. This is why I got a lot of plants in here actually, because you can see I got Egeria densa, Egeria alodia. And you know, alodia is just for the oxygen, you know, they need a lot of oxygen, but it also grows really fast, and fast plants take nutrients out of the water, which is great, you know. So this filter will turn into nitrates. Of course, the plants will take the nitrates as nutrients, as well as my big Java friend here is going to be feeding on that constantly. My very red Lobegia from my CO2 planter tank are also in here to sample up some of the, you know, nutrients as well. And finally, then the filter.